Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XDC. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XDC. I don't know about you, but I'm very excited about this cryptocurrency right now because we're finally starting to move to the upside. You know, back when we were under 3 cents, I kept telling you, now's the time to keep stacking. We're not going to stay at these prices forever. And finally, we started to break out. And I think we're going to continue upward from here, because this is a well-rounded cryptocurrency, number one. And also, digital trade is about to go live. Once that goes live, I think XDC is going to move so fast, people are going to be shocked by it. Because once countries start transacting all those trillions of dollars on a daily basis, there's no way this cryptocurrency is not going to start to skyrocket. There's no alternative to XDC. It's the only option. King signs off the electronic trades documents bill. As the old saying goes, the only thing that is constant is change. This saying rings even more true as we stand on the cusp of a significant shift in international trade. The electronic trades documents bill has today received royal assent and is officially an act of law, promising to transform the way international trade is conducted electronically. So once one country goes live with digital trade, every other country's going to want to go live as soon as possible. Otherwise, they're going to be left behind. This speeds everything up, and it also fixes our supply chain at the same time. This is absolutely massive, and it's hard to even put into words, so I'm going to try to give you a little bit of perspective here. So recently, Ripple won against the SEC, and XRP got clarity. Now, this is similar to that with XDC, because once digital trade goes live, it's a game changer. It's what's going to be the catalyst for XDC to start really taking off in the near future. Now, next gen Swift, take a listen to this.
There are existing standards. Swift doesn't really do too much of trade finance. I mean, there's some functionality is very limited. It doesn't do receivables, invoices. It only does LCs and a couple of more instruments. But we do think that we like to build systems that build on top of some of these legacy and be able to simplify the working for the next generation of banks. But I do see, frankly, very rare possibility that the previous one is going to be completely eliminated.
Worth recognizing that Swift is a payments network. That's what it does. But no one sends a payment for no apparent reason. Payments are always in receipt of goods and services. So they're always one leg of a two-legged transaction. And today, or to date, because of the Swift network, you are sending payments independently or discreetly from the actual goods and services that are going back the other way. So if you look at the sort of use case of trade finance, and one of the reasons that trade finance has really ignited as the use case for blockchain is because you are able to tie the payment, and in this case XDC, with the actual goods and services, in this case the invoices or the trade finance you're trying to achieve. And therefore you're getting to a situation where you can track and trace through the supply chain or the value chain the payments going one way and the goods and services going the other, and those will have multiple hops through it. And I think that's where you've got to recognize that no one's going to leave the Swift network unless it provides a benefit above and beyond what it currently does, where it is obviously a stable and secure way of making payments today.
So here's my opinion on this, and you could put your opinion in the comments section down below. My idea is this: Swift is going to want to work with XDC because XDC, they have a solution for Swift. Swift doesn't do much trade finance, so they want to build on top of the Swift system, the legacy Swift system, and improve it. On top of that, XDC can also fix the supply chain. Think about payments moving much faster than they do right now. And everything is transitioning into digital at the same time. I don't think Swift will want to compete with XDC. They would rather work with XDC to improve what they already have. You got to remember, Swift is a 50-year-old system. And if there's no benefit to leaving, nobody's going to want to leave that system. And that's why I see this becoming something much bigger in the future. And I think we're going to hear talk of Swift implementing XDC more and more. XDC is the native settlement token of Corda R3. Corda R3 is partners with Swift. So you see, it's already happening. It's through Corda. And it's already starting to get built out at the same time. Then there's this. Every bank in Japan will use Ripple's XRP by 2025, says SBI. Well, SBI is also partnered with XDC. Our team congratulates and welcomes XDC, XDC Network's newest strategic partner, SBI Japan. Like I always told you, these cryptocurrencies are not competing with each other. They're all going to work side by side in the new financial system. And I think SBI is probably working with Ripple for the cross-border bank-to-bank payments. SBI will work with XDC for all those digital trade payments. You see how it's starting to come together little by little. It would only be right for XDC to get listed on more exchanges. You know, I've been saying the same thing. I have an affiliate with MEXC. It's the only thing I promote on this channel. And every day I ask MEXC to list XDC because I would like to buy my XDC there if they made it possible. And still, I have not got a reply back on that yet. But you know, once XDC really starts to skyrocket, every single exchange will be listing it at the same time. If you have recently come into some XDC, think of yourself very lucky you got in at these prices. You've got a great Xinfin community at your back. We are XDC. Let the games begin. You've snuck in just in time, in my opinion. And I think you did too. If you bought your XDC within the last couple weeks, you got in right at the perfect time. Because now digital trade's about to go live, and I think it's going to send XDC to some very high prices in the future. We're going to see gradual movement, and every once in a while, you're going to see massive movement because other countries are going to be going live all, like, not simultaneously, but little by little. At the same time, you got to think about it like this. You know, you're invested in a cryptocurrency that is going to move trillions of dollars. And that it can't be sitting at a low price. I still think it's going to be a high price stable coin in the future. That's the way I look at all of these ISO coins. Because they're not going to be fluctuating the way they do now. We're not going to see pump and dumps happen, is what I'm saying. The utility run has started. XDC, as usual, leading the pack. If you haven't already done so, maybe a good time to do your own research on trade finance. The electronic trades document bill recently passed and how XDC is positioned to close the $1 trillion trade finance gap. Now, I'm not ready to call this a full-blown utility run yet, but it looks like it could be the beginning of one for sure. Because we have utility cryptocurrencies popping off. XRP, XLM, XDC now doing the same thing. And if this is a utility run, look out, because nobody knows how long a utility run lasts or how high the price can go on these cryptocurrencies. And, you know, it is definitely looking a lot different today than it did a year ago. And a year from now, I think we're going to be looking at an XDC sitting well above $1. I think we're going to probably surpass $5 than most people think. And then who knows where we go from there. Because this is also about to become reality. XDC, tokenization of real-world assets. A $16 trillion market by 2030. Actually, The World Economic Forum says it's a $770 trillion market. And when I talk about these cryptocurrencies, you know, sitting at a high stable price, that could be because they will be backed by real world assets at the same time. Think about real estate, titles to cars. Everything of value in the future will be tokenized, and certain networks will capture different percentages of those real world assets. And I look at it like this: if XDC even captures a small portion of this, it could easily put XDC at a 3 or 4 digit XDC in the future. What I'm saying is, first we get digital trade going live. Later comes tokenization on a massive scale. And that's why I said this is the fourth industrial revolution, the digital age. Everything is transitioning over. You're invested in it. But at the same time, you got to stay patient and watch it all get built out. Because as it's getting built out, little by little, these cryptocurrencies are going to rise in price. And let me tell you something, it is very nice to see some price movement on XDC for once. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.